Hi Aquarius, this is Della Noel with the Light Treasury Tarot, and I'm here with your July 2018 messages from Spirit. And I want to thank you for being here with me and trusting me along your journey and reading your messages. Like I said, this is a general reading for Aquarius for July 2018. If you're looking for something more specific to you and a personalized reading, I'll stick my link to my Etsy store below, but otherwise I hope this resonates with you and that you enjoy this reading. And I'm shuffling the cards right now. Just give me 1 second. I like to have fresh energy when I do the readings for you and do it on the spot here. Okay. Okay. So I pulled a card for each week: first week, second week, third week, 4. Okay, let's dive in. So we've got the first week of July. We've got the Lovers in reverse with Observer and reverse. So when I see this, I just meditate on this for a moment. When I see this, I feel like there's, in some partnership, whether it's romantic or maybe a business partnership or even a friendship for that sort, some sort of relationship where you've been having some discontent, some frustrations, issues in between. When I see this Observer card come up in reverse, it's almost like whatever these issues are that you guys are having, or you're having with this other person or organization or whatever. I lean more towards an individual rather than an organization, but regardless, I feel like the solution has not been clear to you. You've been really like tunnel visioned into this, and you're just too far in to see what exactly is going on, really, or like really where like the fix is for this. And I think that the Observer card, it kind of invites you to step back a little bit here and try to get your frame of mind a little bit further out and maybe try to view this with a little bit more objectivity. Just remove yourself a little bit and breathe. Maybe look at this a little bit differently. And try to see this from a different perspective, because I think that the solution may not be obvious to you right now, but it's there. So for whatever's going on in that first week with whatever, issue that's either been ongoing or has come up, I feel like there is a solution there. You just need to step back for a second and take a look from a more, just not such a personal place, I guess. It's hard to say when anytime we have an argument or we have a disagreement with somebody, it can tend to be obviously personal. But maybe just take a step back and see what's not so obvious to you at this point. maybe there's something that you've missed, or just some wisdom that you can gain from this situation moving forward. So let's take a look at the second week. All right. Well, that went well. So here we see the Three of Cups and regeneration paired together, both in the upright. And when I see this, I just feel like there's so much to celebrate, whether it's with friends, family, maybe coming over from this last week. You've successfully stepped back. You've successfully looked at the situation and assessed it from not such a personal place, with your head in the sand and just, or your head down and just not understanding what's happening. And you stopped beating your head against a wall and you step back a little bit, and now it's become very clear to you. And the result is that there's more happiness. And again, as a result, you're able to grow, and, you seeked wisdom, you gained wisdom. And now you're in a position where you've grown, and the situation has grown, and it's blossomed. All these little blossoms that you see in the background here, all these just alive, these flowers that are alive, this friendship, this camaraderie that's alive in nature. Like, this is what has grown out of this regeneration. Like you see here, it's, there's been a fire, but growth comes out of this fire. And then you can see here all this beautiful nature that surrounds. So congratulations, that's awesome. Let's look at the third week. Okay. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, along with new life. Maybe not a traditional sense of the card, but when I see the Seven of Swords in reverse today, I feel like there is something that you wanted to avoid. Something that you maybe wanted to get away from, kind of quietly. You kind of see this guy's sneaking away. For you, it's in the reverse. So he's kind of sneaking away. He's got a little smile on his face. He's just kind of trying to go undetected. And it's like you were not able to go undetected. You had to face something. You had to face it. You had to come to terms with it. But out of this is where your life is changing. This is where the growth is coming from. And it seems like there's just this theme this month of like, you gotta face it. You gotta come to terms. You gotta take a look at it head on, and just celebrate the outcome of it. This regeneration, this new life, this Three of Cups and celebration is beautiful. Yeah, it's a little tough, it's a little off-putting to have to face it sometimes when it's just not really something that you want to deal with, but you're doing it, you're facing it head on, and as a result, you're coming into some really beautiful energy. Just this restarting energy here. Okay, then let's look at the last week. So we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse, along with Thinker in reverse. And I feel like you're blocking your own happiness sometimes, like, don't overthink this. You have had these issues, these disagreements, this disaccord, or whatever you want to call it. And you've taken yourself out of the situation. You've looked at it objectively. You've been facing it. You've been working with it. Celebrations occurring, new life and regeneration are occurring. You're understanding that you're not able to sneak away from it, and the positive that's resulting. Like, you can be excited about this, right? Like, don't overthink this. Sometimes it's just as simple as facing up and saying, okay, well, I got to take myself out of the situation a little bit. I've got to kind of own up and don't overthink this. The positive that's coming out of it, like this is a direct result of you being willing to face it. Sometimes we have these karmic lessons and these things that come up in our lives that are going to keep occurring, and it's going to keep happening, and they don't go away until we learn to deal with it and we learn to appropriately handle whatever it is that we're faced up against. And you'll notice that the same patterns keep emerging over and over and over and over again. Different people, different scenarios, different times of our life. But if we don't deal with it, they're going to keep coming. And while this is really frustrating sometimes, and it can hurt, and it's obviously not easy, otherwise we wouldn't be dealing with it over and over again, because we would have taken care of it a long time ago. It's not easy for us. It's also beautiful. The universe is patient with us, and the universe just keeps on bringing these lessons to us, never more than we can handle, but just keeps on bringing these lessons until we go, oh, okay, I got this, and we are able to handle it. So don't overthink this, just deal with this head on as appropriately as you can muster, and really, tap into your intuition, tap into what makes you happy, ultimately what feels right. And let's try to turn this Ace of Cups right side up and get us in a more fulfilled, joyous, happy state with a fresh start and a lot of love behind us. So don't doubt yourself. You're on the right track. Don't doubt yourself. Just, keep growing, keep working, keep moving forward. You're doing great. So I hope that this was helpful as a quick overview of the month. Like I said, if you'd like a personalized reading, please reach out through my Etsy store. Otherwise, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, feel free to get in touch with me. I'm around, and I'm really, like I said, I've just been feeling called to do these readings, and just hopefully these reach the people that need them and that they resonate with, and hopefully this helps somebody out there. So thank you so much, and I will see you again soon. Take care.